I wanted to tell you that the exercises, some of the exercises that I'm getting come from different psychology courses I've taken, um, and also from graduate work, from research, and from my training with um, Tony Robbins and with other organizations around the United States and like the Transformation Institute in Tampa Bay as a life coach. There's always a point to the exercise, and obviously some people might skip some of them. And also wanted to let you know that I'm reading the book because I have requests of some people wanting to hear to the tapes while they're driving. And so I thought, why not to read the book as an audiobook? So I hope that at least you're getting some tidbits or good advice. Now, we were talking about how to be aware of oneself and self-perception. So self-perception means that you understand your character and personality. It means that you know that you have certain insight of the choices that you have been making in your life, and which choices are best for you to support your best interest. Now, for women, sometimes this is difficult because our own best interest, the one that we use and mostly admire, follow, and feel, gets replaced by others' interests as we become mothers and wives and sisters, girlfriends, or even students. So let's see how you see yourself. This exercise has 3 parts, and you can write it down, or you can go alone and kind of think about it yourself and kind of stop the tape or ponder a little bit about yourself. So the part 1 is, how do you see yourself physically? That's in the outside. So if you have a mirror, or you also can look at a drawing, we're going to be looking at things that you can see with your eyes. There are physical things that you can see. These include things that you criticize yourself, and let's pick 3 main things. And then you also going to pick 3 things that you like about yourself physically. So make sure that please pick only 3 of each, okay? Don't overemphasize the negative. Don't get me started, because I know that a lot of women, when I ask them to do this exercise, it's funny how we can come out with 6 to 8 or 10 things that are negative, but we come out with 1 that is positive, okay? So that will defeat the exercise. So make sure that you follow the instructions, and if you have more that you don't like, I really don't want to hear about it, right? If you got more than you like, feel free to write those. So we want to emphasize the positive. Now write them down, or you can choose the picture below and draw yourself. And I want you also to choose a baby picture of yourself on when you were less than 7 years old, and put it on your dresser or bathroom mirror, or even in the kitchen fridge with a magnet. Now close your eyes and imagine that moment or picture and how it felt. Were you in the park by yourself, surrounded by, beauty and with sunshine, or were you in a library with silence, and or were you enjoying a coffee with friends, or were you playing with your sister and brother? Whatever it is, if you have more pictures like this one of positive moments, I would recommend that you have a collection to look at when you're feeling low. And you can do this every day, and it only takes 4 to 5 minutes, right, to be positive. And I want you, when you look at yourself in the mirror, I want you not only to look at yourself, but to see yourself at the same time that you're looking at the picture of the 7-year-old self. And you can do this before going to work. And the point of this exercise is that if you were that 7-year-old and you were going to work, or you were trying to eat, you will try everything you can to protect the 7-year-old. But I think once we start growing and we start taking care of everybody else, we forget that we are also important. And that is the part of the exercise that I want you to think about. If you were your 7-year-old, what would you tell your 7-year-old to do? Also, I want you to either think or have a picture of yourself when you were on your perfect weight. Whatever that might be for you. Could have been 5 years ago, 3 years ago, or last year. By perfect weight, I mean the weight that you would like to come back from what you're weighing right now. So please don't go by someone else's weight or where someone else thinks the perfect weight is. This can be different for different people. Other people's expectations can be really harmful when it comes down to trying to lose weight, especially for women as we go through a lot of hormonal changes. Once I had a partner telling me, you can be a size 6 again, right? What's it gonna take, 6 weeks? That ignorant comment not only hurt me, but pushed me back up 20 pounds of weight within a short amount of time. Although people make stupid comments without trying to harm you, they will still do. Good people and people that love you also make stupid comments. Just take it with a grain of salt and don't take it personally. They really don't understand. I know that until I was not overweight, I couldn't understand how people got so heavy or big and have problems losing weight. Your so-called friends and significant others are normally the worst at times, so be patient with them. Let's face it, some people don't have the skills to be diplomatic or sweet or kind, so don't overthink it and do your own thing. Now think about this ideal weight. Was this way back when you were 15, 20, 30, 40, or 50? The age doesn't really matter. But what's matter is that it should be close to what your weight goal is in your mind for now. For example, let me explain. My mind goal is 122 pounds. Oh, I would love to be 122 pounds. But if I could go to 135 pounds, I will be satisfied. We want to make sure that we follow these principles of a goal that can be specific, measurable, and attainable. The truth is that going down from 165 or 185 pounds to 135 pounds, normally when it's more than 50 pounds, that's quite an achievement. We also want to do little goals. Maybe concentrate on 5 pounds at a time instead of trying 20 or 60 at a time, which can get discouraging at times. Now, make sure that you only pick 2 or 3 things, like we said, that you like and dislike about yourself, but no more. Being overcritical again will keep you away from thinking on the present choices and keep stuck on negative pattern cycles and bad thinking that gets you nowhere. Remember, attitude is a choice. We can choose to be positive and happy and enthusiastic, or we can choose to be negative and miserable and angry. The choice is ours to make every day. So, what do you want to do with the photographs? Well, you can get stickies and write yourself positive notes on the mirror, post the pictures on your fridge or your ideal weight and the baby picture every time that you feel like eating something that's not good for you. Remember that movie, The First Wives Club? Has he got a picture of somebody that was extremely obese on the fridge every time she wanted to eat? She will go to open the door, look at the picture, and close the door again. However, every time you feel like eating something, let's say sugar, and obviously that's not good for you, immediately after, I want you to eat something that is a substitute. It's something that substitutes the feeling of eating or the needing to eat something. This has to be either something nutritious and good for you, and we will go through the nutritional choices, or something that contains water. You always have to substitute. If you try to hold from eating when you feel hungry, it is the most likely reason that you will wait and wait and wait, and then because you're suffering from sugar addiction, you can binge or start eating more than you're supposed to. So the first thing you do when you have sugar addiction, you feel like eating, will be to drink a glass of water. These do a couple of things for your body. First, you will feel full. And if you feel full after you drink water, that means that it's definitely a sugar addiction or related to bad food choices powdered by sugar. Sometimes our brain will send signals wanting sugar, but if we drink water, it will substitute that feeling. The truth is that all of these, in addition of constancy, is a repetition and substitution game. So, always substitute if you feel hungry. The 3 rules or keys to be healthy again in mind and body are consistency, repetition, and substitution. Consistency, repetition, and substitution. And of course, water. That's right, water. Remember that our bodies are more than 75% water. Drinking water will keep you full and will keep you from eating sugars and other things that are not good for you. Think of it as a video game with levels. I know your kids play a lot of these. You're on the first level, and to win 100 gold coins, you have to drink 10 glasses of water during the day and eat 1 fruit, for example. You could create your own levels. On level 2, you need to switch cow milk for almond milk for the week. Or drink water 10 cups a day and 2 fruits. You get my meaning. You go adding things weekly or taking sugar off and eating more protein instead. What is the reward? Well, for everyone could be different things. Clear skin, 1 less size, being able to do a marathon, have more energy, looking great in a bikini, whatever your goal is. You can do weekly goals or you can do monthly goals. Now, did you know that most of the time when your brain is hooked on sugars, candy, and sweets, you're creating an addiction that creates new enhanced neurological pathways and keeps you in this destructive cycle? It is true that the neurons that fire together stay together because they feel good and familiar, so they tend to stay in the same connections. When you drink at least 10 bottles of water a day, you're giving your body the catalyst or medium to burn fat. Water burns fat, and in addition, it helps carry waste outside of your body. And it also allows other chemical reactions that keep you in this wonderful cycle. Your body needs water. Water is the fuel to burn the fat or adipose tissue in your body, but also to get you hydrated, which of course carries great benefits. Remember that water also enhances mood, and the cells need water and minerals to be hydrated. As you keep doing this over and over instead of reaching out for something else that is sugary treat, after a week you might find out that you lose weight, and we haven't even talked about yet anything else than hydration. To give you an extra boost, get an empty gallon jug and fill it with water. cut or lemons and cucumbers and carry these only for 3 days. How do you feel? Do you feel any different? Did your negative thoughts that have been less destructive or are gone? That's right. The stomach is our second brain and is connected to our main brain. In the next video, we're going to talk about another destructive habit that has to do with using social media, and that is the use of blue light. I see you then.